Microphone check. Microphone check.
Sometimes it's too expensive. Maybe in Balanga, I'm going to be very busy. The number of books in the month. Just sitting down, I'm going to say from the day. Again, I said, okay, for this year, The challenges are there. Challenges are, but it's the way to go.
Kindly confirm reception of audio. Dear Facebookers, kindly confirm reception of audio and video.
Reception of audio and video. Yeah, YouTubers can reception of audio. Reception of audio.
In this match, which is one of about only four that I am left with streaming till the end of the competition, is between two of the tournament favorites. The bowler Simon, the completer, donning white top, and Ibrahim SEJJEMBA, the killer, donning the black top. They are racing to 6 for a place in the semi-finals of this ongoing comp of 32 players at Ultimate Pool Arena in Ntinda in Kampala in Uganda. Once again, the race is 6 for a place in the semi-finals to take on the winner of the match between John Simo and Habib Sembuusi. We've seen Simon going 2 frames down against the killer. The winner will be the player that will get to 6 first. This match is being streamed on 2 platforms, that is Peter Chebe Live YouTube and Break and Finish Live Facebook, with both streams looking diagonal and having the same exact commentary as Ibra racks to break frame number 3. These two players have a little bit of history between them. Simon is the elder of the two. He's about 4 years older. Yes, I think I'm exactly right, 4 years older. Both are born and bred within the area where we are. Simon, of course, was the first to become a renowned player. He was way younger, around the age of 12. He was already a talented player playing the sport around this place, and he became a player with Spice Pool Club. He was only playing tournaments at the time and was not playing comps because the league was sponsored by a beverage company and minors were not allowed then to play. He played with Spice Pool Club for 3 years, and then for the following year played with Rock Catalina Pool Club, and then the following year he played with Mambole Pool Club in the year 2013. That is there that he met Ibra for the first time, because Ibra was then a trainee at that very club, Mambole Pool Club, but wasn't permitted to play in the league. Simon had become of age. Ibra was now the young guy. When the beverage company, that is Pilsner Lager, did get out of pool, if I can say, Ibra was then snatched up by a team that is called Capital Knight in the pool league. Then Simon was playing for another team that was called the Icon Pool Club, also in the league. It took Ibra only 2 years to win a first league title, which is quite very, very commendable. By the year 2017, Captain Knight Pool Club were league champions with Ibra as league top scorer, and shared that top scorer's award with legendary player Alfred Gomikiza, Black Sheep. By 2017, then Simon was playing for another team in the league that was called the Hot Pole Club. Then there was a contest between who of the two was the king of the area where they are born and bred, but we didn't get to see a battle because there was a misunderstanding between their management teams. By the time we ended the COVID breakdown, and it was now clear, although they had in first off in, but actually they first off in one money match, which was won by Ibra, and it was clear who the better player of the two was. And between 2019 up to 2000 and around 22, it was one-way traffic every time that these two players got to face off against each other, until late last year, 2025, when Simon started to having some victories over Ibra. Actually, they were 4 for the whole year. It's in the recent past that Simon has gotten the better of Ibra in some of the matches, but overall, Ibra has better head-to-head performance when the two have been facing off, most especially in comps like this. This one is another where Ibra is now the favorite, not because Simon is not a good player, but the fact that a player this good leads by 2-0, you fancy him not to let the lead go, because normally at his best, he is one chance away from finishing the frame, and at least for this tournament, he has been. We have been seeing glimpses of his best now. Simon needs a big shot here. Portrait to the corner pocket, close to the bottom of the screen. White ball rotating around the table of 2 cushions. 1, 2. Will it avoid contact with yellow? It's relatively okay, the kind of white ball he's having, because he needs a sharp cut, a very sharp cut of the red to the corner pocket at the top. He will need the yellows at the top end of the table to stop the movement of the white ball after contact between white and yellow. If he achieves that, he will have good white for black to the center pocket on the left. There was too much contact between white and yellow. He has sight of the black ball, but potting it is a different matter altogether. The most likely option is the diagonal cut of the black ball to the corner pocket at the top right of the screen. Has to control white ball well, such that it doesn't get put to the center pocket. It will most likely hit the jaw of that center pocket, which it does. Will it be on target? Yes, it is. Good shooting from the computer as he pulls one back. At the end of the day, it was a very good clearance. Actually, one visit clearance of the table. It is now Simon 1 and Ibra 2. Welcome to Pool Plus Plus Plus. He's in pole position, Simon, to win a second straight frame with a second single visit of the table. By the way, Ibra did lead in both of the first matches. He has been having a very difficult path, Ibra, the most difficult road he has been having in this competition, because his first opponent was Ibrahim Kanja, his namesake. That one went to the wire, Ibra winning the decider. His second opponent was Mustafa Bwire. It was a little bit close, but Ibra was able to edge. Now he's taking on an even more difficult opponent, Computer, not only because of Computer's qualities, but also home ground advantage. The fans are watching this match in silence. Many of them will be fancying Computer because this is his home, but Ibra is also well adored in this area where he was born and nurtured as an ultimate player. Sam has played himself in a little bit of trouble because white ball is tricky for him to put. The red is trying to. He will want to put it diagonally, corner pocket, and the left, maintaining white for the red to the center pocket, which he does. And more likely than not, this frame is ending with break and finish live on Break and Finish Live Facebook page. This is when I say that the rest is a formality, but it may not be formal enough. Considering the position of the black, I will think that Simon may want to put red to the corner pocket and the top first. because once he rolls it, white ball bouncing off the cushion and remaining just around the position where there is the red, just like that, he will have natural angle to cut the red to the corner pocket in the top right. White ball is played into the black, moving it into space, and hopefully for him to finish the frame by putting the black, which if he doesn't, most likely Ibra will be stealing the frame away, because he too is a one chance player. How far is black going? It is okay. The table has friendly rail drives. You hold fancy Simon 7 or 8 times out of 10 with a cushion drive to put the black to the corner pocket at the bottom of your screen as he aims and shoots and sinks it in and equalizes. Simon 2, Ibra 2, top class pool. Race to 6 quarterfinals.
Yes. So the one is Arena. This is the first edition of Shooting for Purpose. The young persons over at Arena. The junior program is tournament is not to be a zero grammar. Students are working to support. This is not the one we should tell them which Chisigida. And this is so piece of I want to listen to what is not
One thing I'm liking about this match is how many single visit clearances we are having. Hopefully Ibra also does respond to computers too by finishing one of his own, which if he does, it will be 4 frames out of 5, all finished with uppers green and red respectively. And I'm dedicating this match to you, Mr. Zach Idiro, manager of both of these players. And sometimes I like to give people their flowers. Now, both players are members of the Roxbury Polo Club. That is not the issue, but the venue where we are playing is run by computer. But to get this venue to a tune of, what is it? Around 3,000 US dollars. It was a bill footed by this club. You cannot get a better model of a club than Roxbury. From the deepest bottom of my heart, for the sake of these players, thank you, Team Roxbury. I like it when a player has influence over other players, can help other players, is a player but starts organizing comps that are benefiting fellow players, like this one, which is charity for Amina Faith Nganda. And yet, working on, we are another comp again for charity to take one of the young pool players back to school. That is beautiful. But also what could be beautiful is this clearance, if perfected by Ibra, who is captain of Roxbury Pool Club, taking on one of the players for whom he is leader. He will want to put both yellows to the same center pocket on the right by spinning white ball backwards. Beautiful. I think it has a cut on it to put to the center pocket. White ball naturally moves bottomwards towards that corner pocket close to the bottom of your screen. such that he can roll black to the corner pocket at the bottom left. It has to be played with a little power, but too much precision. Has to be on target, has to control the white ball well. Looks easy, but not obvious. This is what it's like. That is pinpoint accuracy. For some reason, a pattern that's beautiful is the reason he is called the killer. The role of the black should be a formality, either direct or off the red. He goes direct, sinks it in, gains his lead back. Ibra 3 and Simon 2. Ranyembe Uganda, thank you for watching. From where I'm streaming, the network is pretty much okay. Maybe it is yours. There's a little bit of music. The YouTube stream will be muted for just 1 second to ensure that music in the background is reduced.
Bread.
I believe the YouTube audio is as well back. And music can really be meant to be a hindrance on while using social media. Actually, the match between Rashida and Geoffrey, I have deleted it after getting a warning notification by email. Artificial intelligence is so intelligent. They even tell you the name of the artist, the name of the song that they had in the background, and they tell you the potential punishment they give you, an ultimatum in which to delete, or else they effect the punishment. So the easier thing to do was to delete, but now it is not very loud. I believe that you're just receiving it. You're receiving it just enough. But also, the white ball Ibra has granted to computer is just enough for computer not to pot easily. I like it when players that are so friendly in real life take each other on in real competition. And the biggest humiliation that Ibra has handed to computer was 9-1 in 2023, Nairobi at the Grand Mchana Open Championship. They faced off in the quarterfinals on Ibra's way to winning his second major continental competition. Computer suffered 9-1 to this guy in the quarterfinals. A comp that Ibra won, a major African comp that he won after losing 5 frames only before the final. Entire tournament, almost the entire tournament was raced to 9. Apart from the first 2 rounds, he faced the likes of Cornelius Kigen-Sike, faced Malvan Makonza on the way. He also faced Aiden Joseph. All those ones were beaten quite comprehensively. That's why I just smile off when guys write him off simply because he has a bad day or a bad month, even a bad year. It doesn't matter. A class player is a class player, and the class will always come through. Today we are seeing glimpses of that class. I don't know how far it will take him. He's, after all, taking on a classy player as an opponent now. He has little sight of the red and plays it and achieves exactly what he wanted. He is now left with 1 dead ball only. Simon Ibra will want to hide the white in between those 2 yellows, close the white. Potting any ball will be very, very unlikely. And if you look at Simon's red, near the center pocket on the right where Ibra is having his hands now, maybe there is a possibility of singing it in off those 2 yellows. It will be something of a shot, not obvious, but possible. Off cushion and off 1 yellow, off another yellow into the corner center pocket. It is possible, but not easy. whatsoever, and also has to do it with very good white ball near those two yellows. One thing that I didn't realize as Ibra talked was that computer had fouled. I started asking myself why Ibra was aiming at the red intentionally. Now I know that it was a free shot. Maybe it's myself who is losing it. Actually, Ibra is playing the reds. The table was open. Now I'm informed, while the table was open, there was a foul. Now that doesn't matter. What matters is who of these players will be winning this frame. Computer needs it the most. You don't allow a player of Ibra's skill and class to start running away with this match. This shot could be tricky, but the computer is equally tricky, even for a shot that difficult. Only disadvantageous for him is that the fact that Ibra's red has patched right in front of one of the yellows near the corner pocket at the top end of the table. We have a foul, we have a scratch, we have an opportunity for Ibra to go 4 frames to 2 up. I can now start seeing the attendance of some players, even from the female gender. Anka Sheila, Uganda's seed 1 and national champion, and Julie Namhanga.
Hey! Judy!
In the meantime, just if you hear me silent, there is this fundraising drive which I'm coordinating. So when I'm silent, I'm actually receiving money because this tournament is shooting for a cause. The cause to raise funds for the upkeep of one of these players who fractured her leg after coming from this very place to coordinate a pool competition on the 7th of April. Another cause for computer is to take down Ibra, a cause that is becoming now more difficult, most especially because Ibra is 4 frames to 2 up, and the fact that Ibra is, after all, Ibra. I think you want to put both yellows to the same corner pocket. White ball has to rotate around the second yellow with a little power to much precision, just like that. I love the fact that we are seeing so many single visit clearances over the match. Simon will have work to do here because white ball is so close to the black that it affects his bridge. Top spin he has to play. White ball bouncing off the top cushion, moving back towards the midpoint of the table, has to avoid the self snooker. He gets this shot very wrong because of his bridge. He actually miscued because he was having too little of the white that he could play comfortably. Very risky living here for the computer. Most likely, Ibra will be winning this frame. He can go for it outright for attack. He can go defensive. He has the little work to do, Ibra. That red ball, which is frozen against the cushion, he'll be spinning white ball backwards to get white for it, just like that. When that happens, I normally say that the rest is a formality. Simon knows that he's just about to go 5 frames to 2 down, which will make Ibra an overwhelming favorite for the victory of this match, but most importantly, a favorite for the victory of this competition. By the way, these just players faced off in the semi-final of the CACO, the National Open Championship, a match that Simon came so close to winning, and he lost it in very bizarre circumstances as Ibra aims for the black to increase his lead to 5 frames to 2, which he does with relative ease. The computer 2, the killer 5, race to 6. I expect the next matchup to be between probably Moses Omara and Sam Mohoz, if not Dog City and another player called Ashraf. that could probably end the quarter-final lineup, because John Simo and Habib are taking on each other already in that one. In that one, if I'm not mistaken, John is leading against Habib by 5 frames to 2. Bizarre scoreline. Habib was expected to be an overwhelming favorite. Yes, for the fact that way over 400 are watching this action on Facebook and YouTube combined. Thank you, Africa. Now, some of you like to see the action of the waitresses. There you get your reward. And yes, if you are in and around Kampala, you can still catch the action in Tinda Trading Center by the easiest means of transport around Kampala City, which is motorbike. Is about 10 minutes away at maximum. Right at Tinda Junction is Three Sisters Complex. On its second floor is the Ultimate Pool Arena. Molokowise, thank you for watching on YouTube. You're asking if Caesar is in the competition. The answer is no, he did not participate. Simply Vic, thank you for watching. Farida Masiata, uploading Ibra as the killer. The killer has one more frame to kill to shoot himself into a semi-final of the comp for the second time in quick succession. Rolling the yellow ball across the white to that corner pocket where he's standing will be pretty much easy. He will have to maintain a white ball for another yellow, and will have to utilize the center pocket on the left, actually top end of the table, as the target pocket for the next ball he's potting, which will be the yellow, which is in between the three. It has to be precise. Little bounce of the cushion, white ball moving a little bit onwards, pinpoint accuracy. Because now, as long as he taps the white ball a little on the yellow, he may get accurate white for both yellows to the same center pocket. Better still, play top spin, and then the second yellow could be potted to the corresponding corner center pocket if it's a big top spin which moves the white ball towards the left cushion. But maybe he's realizing that the pattern isn't that obvious. Just a little bit of inaccurate movement could lose him the frame. He also has an opportunity to play it with power, spinning the white ball rightwards, yes, with power such that it moves towards the top corner pocket, and then moving back into space for good white for the last yellow. Those are the options he will be having, in my opinion. Maybe using two cushions. So it goes with the first option and plays it relatively neatly. White is accurate for the center pocket ball, but finding white for black will not be formal. It has a cut on it. He has to bounce it off one or two cushions, especially the cushion on the right, such that it moves leftwards. That is the skill. I think it will be okay. That is Ibra in tip-top form. The way he has been making clearances today, and if a clearance like this one is a very good conclusion, is a very good summary of what this match has been, as the killer comes within touching distance of the victory, but it was just not enough. Simon has just jumped out of the chair as though there is work to do, and very serious work to do. Yes, it is there. And it's a frame he can finish, although there are 2 dead red balls. Now the red he has gotten right for is a rail drive. Put it to the corner pocket at the pocket closest to the bottom of your screen. If I were him, I would be playing snooker. The red ball, which is closest to the bottom cushion, by simply tapping it, leaving the white ball the same point where there is the red, he would have snookered, but I am not him. Simon is an attack-minded player. He does not really care about snookers. He is going for the frame. Now I can see what he's trying to do. It is making sense at the end of the day, because if he makes another cushion drive, he will leave natural white as long as it bounces a little off the cushion. As long as it is in space, it has that natural cut on the red closest to the bottom of the screen, such that when he puts it to the corresponding corner pocket, it bounces off the cushion and moves towards the top end of the table where there is the last red. I like it when players shoot as though they are listening to me. He's intending to play the red with the right spin, such that after bouncing off the cushion with the pot, it moves a little bit rightwards, just like that. This is very, 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 very good shooting. Players demonstrating to themselves that you have to be accurate. If you are not, I will be. Simon is punishing Ibra for coming within 1 millimeter of potting the black to ensure that the frame is won by the computer, that Ibra can hold his celebrations for making a semi-final. That work is not yet done, as Simon pulls one back. It is the computer now 3 and the killer 5. Still a long way to go, but you never say never. 3 frames to go, all of which computer must win. As he asks for timeout for the first time in the match, he will be granted maybe 2 minutes. No, actually the discussion was that it is his break. And I love the sportsmanship in between the two. On another day, a player who is trading by 2 frames will let you break and then complain to the umpire that the guy broke in my turn, in which case they will be penalized with the loss of turn and no, they'll be penalized with a foul, standard foul. But he has just reminded his opponent that it is my break. In the meantime, surprisingly, rather, Habib has exited the competition after losing out to John Simo by 6 frames to 4. In the meantime, also, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, please don't forget to like the video, such that whichever platform you are watching from does recommend it to other Facebookers and YouTubers like yourself. Social media is the reason why some players are cashing in. It's the reason why you're having these big African comps where people are now starting to receive over $10,000 for winning one competition. It is because the pool fraternities of the most major playing countries of Africa are now united by the internet. Whatever is happening in Zimbabwe, Kenya, Malawi, Tanzania, Uganda, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Botswana, everywhere they are watching in other countries, it's as if they are now playing in the same environment. It is what inspires organizers to have now competitions in between those players who shine from their respective countries. And in the end of the day, the bigger beneficiaries are now players. I'm so happy for Eshka Chimbwanda the Zim having won the first 10K All-African comp just 10 days ago. 10K US dollars, actually 11.6K. Here we are. Still 5-3, the score with which Ibra is leading. A score big enough, but not a score insurmountable. With a computer shooting as good as he is, nowadays he's a well-organized player. Treats himself like either pro or semi-pro player. He was a very, very fast player when he was just an upcoming player, at the speed of Herbert Mukisa at his age, but not with the same exact accuracy of Herbert. But also a very good shooter. Nowadays he's calm and composed and takes just sufficient time in between shots. He can play to entertain when he needs a big shot because he has all the skill in his hands to try and pull it off. But against Ibra, you have to ensure that whichever shot you're supposed to play, whichever choice of shot is the best you can, and you have to play it to perfection. He has just gotten White accurate for what would be the worst of the four reds he's having, the one near the black ball, but he's deciding to play top red first. He will have to ensure he remains with the white ball for the last one, which he has. He wants to put that red near the black to the center pocket on the right. He'll want white ball to move downwards, call it leftwards. With a little power, his off target he clearly is. That will be very unfortunate for him. And maybe if you are watching this match from Roxbury, the home of Ibra's management, where Ibra is adored as a darling player, you have reason to start celebrating that the killer is killing another again. But wait, white ball has rested so close to one of his yellows. He has ended up snookering his own self. Not snookering the ball per se, but snookering a direct shot in which he can put any of his 5 remaining reds because of the little distance actually around half a millimeter between white and yellow. He'll want to put, but white ball coming off the cushion, putting the yellow to the corner pocket. He does so effortlessly and will be back in business. He will most likely go for that yellow to the center pocket of the red, drawing the white ball slightly backwards. That is the natural position of the white with a little backspin. He will want to put both remaining yellows to the corner pocket of the top right of your screen with top spin, but with big right motion in it, and look at how it is moving in the right direction of the last yellow. And Simon knows that he has already played his last shot of this match, his last shot of this tournament. Ibra will be playing 2 more shots. There is no difficulty there. Even if he tries to make us think that whatever he's going to do is a little bit difficult, he simply needs to roll that last yellow. White ball bounces off the cushion. He will have white in position to put black to the center pocket at the left end of the table. With the pot of this black, which he can anytime, any day, any stage of the tournament, even if it's a weekly quarter-final, he will always pot it as he wins a very long-awaited match, congratulated by his friend and teammate Simon. There goes Ibra, who is the second player into the semi-finals after John Simo, who defeated Habib Sebuko's the final score. Ibrahim SEJJEMBA 6, Lobola Simon 3. See you in the next one.
SEJJEMBA 6, Computer 3.